Rakhal, you'll go now?
Yeah, I'll go now. I've effectively compiled it as flashcards, to be honest, and not sort of representing a project, because somewhere I think finding the nodes, or the simplicity of finding the nodes of what is smart, is what sort of it is on. Won't spend too much time on each slide. Literally, like I said, it's compiled as a flashcard. But the bottom line, before I start and after I finish, is how can designers stay engaged with an asset even after it's completed? I think that's where the real key is, because everything can be installed, but if it is not tracked, then that installation just becomes something which is a fancy thing that we can talk about in some sense. So, anyone who's from the client side probably listening to this as well, that, don't kick us out once the building is put up, let us stay with it so that we can make it more efficient and productive for you all in that sense. So it's, like I said, flashcards. So I'll quickly go through the pages. First, I want to set the context of what is a macro framework or the feeling that we need to evoke with smart infrastructure. So first is, it's not all about Internet of Things. It's about movement of people, energy, goods, ideas, and how, when and what data is communicated. Because a lot of data is wasteful unless it's giving you an actionable or communicative intelligence. So it's not all about wiring things up. So it's IoT, physical, and communicative. And when we're talking about net zero sustainability, we're talking about objective things. But when you talk about smart, a lot of subjectivity also starts coming in terms of what's the culture of the space that's going to breed, where is the flexibility, public art, and you can see a few others on the flashcard right now. But it's more than just, sort of the physicality of the building in some sense. It's also how the people feel within the building. So basic rules of engagement: make customer or occupant related experience enjoyable, education, and profitable. One of the key things is that how can you keep life in the foreground and commerce in the background? And finally, how do you generate feedback loops if you're not listening back to what you've created, and if the people or the occupants are not telling you of how they feel? If there's no feedback loop, even at a sample data level, you're almost not going to make the asset more efficient or productive. So what are the primary goals of smart infrastructure? Improved quality of life, which includes the experience of the people, the convenience, the efficiency with which they're working, and the community development. And of course, increased life cycle performance is the next big piece. So how does the asset yield go up? How does sustainability quotient go up? How do you operate the asset more efficiently and adaptability?